day and thank you for joining us. I am Amina, Mustapha, Isma'Il. Here is the news in details. Nigerian Air Force clears enclave of bandits in Zamfara State. Zamfara State government commends security agencies over improved security in the state. NDLEA arrest a 54-year-old woman over drugs trafficking. Governor Matawale approves the recruitment of 300 teachers. Ecuador beats dependent 2-0 in 2022 Qatar World Cup opening match. Here is the news in full details. The Nigerian Air Force has struck the enclave of notorious gun runner Isma'Il at Manawa village in Shinkafi local government area of Zamfara State. The defense operatives told newsmen that the gun runner was the major supplier of sophisticated weapons to the notorious terrorist Bello Turji in Zamfara. Idris Adam is our correspondent.
The Nigerian Air Force aircraft under Operation Hadarindaji carried out the strike on the enclave of Isma'Il in the evening of 18 November 2022. Isma'Il remains a higher value target due to his closeness and association with terrorist leaders Bello Turji and Dambo Kolo, and their foot soldiers have also been responsible for attacks in Shinkafi areas and Zamfara State, as well as part of Kaduna, Niger, Kebbi, and Sokoto State. After the airstrike on the location, multiple explosions were observed with hot fireballs, indicative of other higher inflammable materials hiding in the location. Scores of terrorists were eliminated during the operation. Another sources also revealed that Isma'Il narrowly escaped but sustained critical injuries when contacted. The Nigerian Air Force spokesperson, Air Commander Edward Gabwet, confirmed the strike and maintained that the military operation continued to curtail the excesses of bandits and terrorists in the state. That has been the report. Idris Adam, Al-Umma TV News.
In another development, Zamfara state government says it has experienced significant improvement in the area of security in a couple of days in the state. This was contained in a statement signed by a Commissioner for Information, Honorable Ibrahim Magadi Dusara, and made available to newsmen in Gusau, the state capital. Dusara said a survey conducted last week across the state shows that there have been little or no banditry activities in most of the local governments area of the state, except in some isolated cases in part of Bukuyum, Gumi, Anka, Maru, Talata Mafara, Gusau, and Marada local government. The government and people of Zamfara State have expressed their appreciation to the collaboration between the security agencies and the government, as well as the renewed determination of the federal government to deal decisively with the menace. The state government also urged both the security President Muhammadu Buhari's government to continue to support unwavering resolve of Governor Bello Muhammad Matawale to bring back lasting peace enjoyed formerly in the state. You are watching the news from Al-Umma television station in Gusau. Before we go for a break, here is our major headlines. Nigerian Air Force clears enclave of bandits in Zamfara. Zamfara state governments commend security agencies over improved security in the state. NDLEA arrest 56-year-old woman over drug trafficking. In part 2, when we return, Governor Matawale approves the recruitment of 300 teachers. Ecuador beats dependent 2-0 in 2022 Qatar World Cup match opening. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Sana'a
Thank you for staying with us. Now the rest of the stories. Governor Bello Mutawalli has approved the recruitment of over 300 teaching staff under the Female Education Board. The Executive Secretary of the board, Mrs. Amina Ahmed Abubakar, says the recruitment follows an executive endorsement by the governor, which was as a result of the needed assessments conducted by the board during its familiarization tour. Hassana Aliyu has more.
She noted that the governor was excited with number of volunteering teachers that have been making giant sacrifice for some selected female schools across the state and outrightly ordered them to be absorbed into the formal teaching job by the board. According to her, the board will absorb those teaching staff that have been volunteering in the schools, and while giving emphasis on teachers with specialty in science courses, and they will be deployed according to the area of need and in consideration of the principles of quota system. She also noted that procedures for the conduct of the interview have been enshrined, and so far the exercise has been a transparent one. Mrs. Amina Ahmed also used the opportunity to thank the governor for giving them the opportunity to conduct recruitment of new teaching staff and assured him of the commitment of the staff of the board to lift the standard of girl-child education in the state. That has been the report. Hassana Aliyu reporting for Al Ummah TV News.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA operatives has arrested a 56-year-old widow, Ajise Giri Kahinde Sidika, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, over her attempt to traffic 400 grams of cocaine concealed in her footwear to Mecca, Saudi Arabia. This was contained in a statement by NDLEA spokesman Mr. Femi Baba Femi and made available to newsmen. Mr. Femi explained that the suspect, who claimed to be a businesswoman trading in adults and children wares in Lagos Island, was intercepted while trying to board a Qatar air flight going to Saudi Arabia via Doha. He said that upon a critical examination of the pairs of sandals she was wearing, 2 parcels of cocaine weighing 400 grams were recovered from them. And now over to our sports segments. Bashar Ibrahim Anka has sports news.
Hello and welcome to Sport Update. Ecuador is past host Qatar to win the opening games of the 2022 World Cup, which put themselves in a very promising position in Group A. Ecuador is first World Cup debutant Qatar by 2-0 on Sunday. 2 goals from the veteran. Ecuador is past World Cup debutant Qatar by 2-0 on Sunday. 2 goals from veteran striker Enner Valencia in the first opening game defeat a host nation in the tournament history. Valencia scored an early penalty and added a well-taken 31st minute header to give the South American a commanding first half lead. In another development, Ecuador fans chant "We want beer" during their World Cup opening win over Qatar, while the host nation supporters left en masse before the end of the game. It will be recalled that the 2022 World Cup host nation Qatar has announced the ban of beer sales at the stadium during the World Cup. That has been the sport update. I'm Bashar Ibrahim Anka.
Well, that's the news. Before we go, here is a reminder of our major headlines. Nigerian Air Force clears enclave of bandits in Zamfara State. You heard Zamfara State government commend security agencies over improved security in the state. NDLEA arrest a 56-year-old widow over drug trafficking. Also, Governor Mutawalli approves the recruitment of 300 teachers. Well, that's the news. Thank you for being with us. Be a patriotic citizen. Report any suspicious movement around you. On behalf of the production crew and I, Amina, Mustapha, Isma'Il, thank you.